So apparently, Raja Jackson finally got arrested, boys. Finally got arrested. Facing up to 6 years in prison. Let's go.
Jackson faces up to 6 years behind bars as he has been criminally charged. Of course, it's Andrews Esquire, the legal mindset we teach you to be your own judge. We're going to get into it today.
If you don't know what happened, the guy during a boxing match, whenever he was trying to hype up his competitor or something. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. So Roger Jackson appeared in a wrestler called Psycho Stu. Hit him over the head with a beer can. It was obviously a cracked open beer can, or it was just a can. It was either fake or whatever. It's just all part of the show. And he didn't realize that Roger Jackson wasn't a wrestler, that he was just there to, I don't even know why was he there, but he was streaming it, right? He was streaming it all on Kick. Showed up, and then that happened, and then they apologized, like, profusely. They both apologized, and it seemed like everything was good, and then Roger Jackson later on the Kick stream got gassed up by his dad, calling him a pussy, and Kick calling him all his names, and he got gassed up, went up there, picked up Psycho Stu, threw him over his shoulder, then body slammed him, knocked him out because he was actually going up there to intentionally harm or kill him. Then commenced to beating an unconscious man 23 times or punching an unconscious man 23 times in the face, to the point where he was choking on his own teeth and blood. And, he's doing fine. They had to do facial reconstructive surgery for all the broken bones in his face. All of his teeth are gone. Apparently he had brain swelling. All that good stuff. This happened about a month ago now, and they're just now arresting him, thank God.
On this one, which I
But they need to put this guy in jail, throw away the key. Because if you're going to sit here and do this, you need to go to jail, brother.
Called, and I'm taking a little bit of a victory lap on this one because the criminal charges were right exactly as I predicted. Now let's look into what happened, give you guys a little background. Obviously, the incident with Psycho Stu. He delivered, it was believed, recorded 10 or 11 strikes after Stu was completely out of commission. So even after the guy was completely down,
damn, it even broke the 5 News.
If not more strikes to the guy, not defended against at all, completely down, had to be pulled off, and that was a major incident. And people investigated it, and I called it then that this would come to a criminal charge. And of course, they spent some time to debate this. So here's his arrest. Here's the arrest photo over here.
Hey, look at that man. Look at that animal getting caged up. Let's go. You want to act like an animal? You want to go out there and hurt somebody and almost kill them and take them away from you? Do realize that this is the second incident where, because you know that wrestling is a show. It could be very dangerous, but there's a reason why anytime you get hit over the head with a chair, you don't go to the hospital in wrestling. Like, you could really jack somebody up, but they're so athletic and meticulous with how they move people and how they throw people and how they hit people that no one actually needs to go to the hospital, typically, as long as it's done right. You have to realize that when you are a wrestler, you're putting your trust in what is essentially a dance partner that they won't actually try to hurt you. And this guy just went out of his way to hurt Psycho Stu. Straight up. That's literally what he wanted. So it's nice to see that the person that only wanted to do the malicious act getting arrested, will they stick? That's the next question. Does Daddy have too much money?
So it's not copy claimed, but this is a photo of him being brought off on the morning of the 19th. So like I said, he was arrested. Roger was formally arrested on the morning of the 19th. He was charged with felony battery with serious bodily harm, one of the ones that I went through. And we're going to go into detail on this as well.
I'd imagine the felony battery was because he was unconscious.
What the penalties are, what the elements are. Does he have a defense? But he has already paid bond, so he's already released. He's already out. And one important thing to remember is that Rampage had previously said that he believes Roger should do some jail time and community service. Now, I'm not going to play the video. I'll do that on my live version. But if you like these short, fast statute under California Penal Code 243, there's battery with serious bodily harm. It's also called aggravated battery. So for brevity, for shortness, we're going to just call it aggravated battery.
Okay.
So this can either be a misdemeanor or a felony. Now, in this
I guarantee you that most of these charges are going to be like slap on the wrist charges. I doubt they're going to try to take it all the way up.
They have charged him with
That's the sad part. It's because of the money involved. No, you can't sit here and say, "Well, it's because they're white." No, it's because there's money. It's always about money, boss. Always about money.
So don't think it's the lightest version. They could have gone even lighter with the charges. Now, what does this mean? What does serious bodily injury mean? It means serious impairment of someone's physical condition, regardless of whether a medical treatment is necessary. So losing a tooth, loss of consciousness, a cut under the eye, broken teeth, wounds to the eyebrow, lips, bones, fractures,
that's all that,
fractures, broken bones, serious disfigurement. We have a lot of that, actually.
Yeah, all of that. That honestly should be the highest charge. This should be the highest charge. He should technically get 4 years in prison because he has done all this to Psycho Stu. Psycho Stu lost most of the teeth in his head. He did lose consciousness the minute he hit the mat before he even started getting pummeled. A cut under the eye. Bro had like multiple, had to have multiple surgeries on the skin around his face. Broken teeth, wounds on eyebrow. Like, you do realize that Psycho Stu is disfigured. Like, his teeth and the way his gums are now, probably all the bones in his face, they're all broken. They were all broken. Like, even, the fractured bones right here, disfigurement.
In this case. So what are the elements? What is required to prove this crime? Well, the first one is to prove that they willfully and unlawfully touched the victim in a harmful and offensive manner. Now, this is really easy to prove because willfully means on purpose. It doesn't mean you have to have evil intent in your heart or whatever. It just means, did you touch them on purpose? A touch is any physical contact. So it doesn't matter if you're punching someone and they're wearing a mask and it's through clothing. That doesn't matter. It can be through clothing. So whether it's to the shirt or whatever, very, very important. So what are the defenses? Let's talk about that. First is self-defense. So is there any scenario where this could be self-defense?
No.
Well, you need to meet all three elements. First,
believed at risk of a serious bodily harm, believed force necessary to stop harm, use no more force than, it's none of these.
You believe, the person has to believe that they are at risk of serious bodily harm. Second, you have to believe the force was necessary to stop the harm. It
absolutely wasn't.
And third, you use no more force than was necessary. So fight, right? If you're in a fight, he was unconscious. He was knocked out. He was flatlined.
Yeah, no.
Right? If this guy was just completely not able to fight back at all. At that point, you have a duty to stop. At that point,
and I can't stand these people that are like, oh, well, he signed the thing. He's just being a baby. You do realize that when you sign a waiver and something like this happens, just because you sign a waiver doesn't mean you're the guy that did it is protected. That's not how that works. The waiver is for the company so that way you can't sue the company. But if for example, if you work at Walmart and you say you get a contract that says you cannot punch a customer or else you get instantaneously terminated, right? And you sign the waiver and then you go out and work at Walmart and someone tries to shoot you and you punch them and run away and you still get terminated, you do know that you could still sue the company. Like, that's just, not only could you sue the company, but you could also get the guy arrested. A waiver is just a way of, it's like a form of protection that the company wants that sometimes it doesn't even work. Like, you could still get sued even if you have these things in place. Depends on the situation. In most places, in most companies, they think that these forms will protect them from suit. But if something like this happens on their property, technically Psycho Stu could still sue the shit out of the WWE for not making sure that their branches were up to code and up to par with standards. Honestly, like, he could still sue the shit out of WWE.
If that would be an argument, it's not,
because like the referee wasn't pulling him off.
Because when a guy is not fighting back, when he is out cold, no, sorry, you don't get to keep going. That's when you have to stop. That's use no more force than was necessary. So even if Roger wanted to defend on that, that's not going to work. So self-defense is out. Minor bump or something like that. No. This is real. The last is what happened there. Very brutal. But that's not what they charged him with. They charged him with a felony. A felony is up to 4 years in jail and a maximum fine of $10,000. Now, damn. I know what you're saying. Andrew, I see the title. It says up to 6 years in jail. Is this clickbait? No, it's not. Let's talk about this.
Because he's
Let's
got
talk
another
about this.
charge, doesn't he?
Because the sentencing depends on the severity and criminal history. And there's an exception. If there's what they call great bodily harm, it can go up to 6 years.
Broken bones
that's
right
where we get
there.
this. If the court finds
Yep.
there is great bodily harm, they can tag on an extra 2 years to the maximum of the felony. So it can go up to 6.
Damn.
What's required for that? Well, a concussion, broken bones, or contusions count. So we have a chance. I'm not at this. What do I think on this?
I think personally, they're probably going to charge him with the 6 years, but he's not going to serve it. He'll either be paroled out. Can you up to 4 years in jail and or yeah, I think personally, I think that even if he does get convicted of this, I don't think he's going to get
put this up to
the full sentence.
I
really don't.
Amount. However, I do think that he's probably not going to get more than a year or two maximum in prison. I do think it's a first-time offense. They're not going to throw him, is going to necessarily happen. So yes, he's facing it. Yes, it's.
I doubt he'll even serve that. He may end up just paying the $10,000 fine.
Perhaps it
says or
something else. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you.
I don't think he's going to serve it. He's got money.